And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks for joining us as we start the new season. Brian Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Here's what Utah has lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll be matching up with Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience.
All right, let's check out San Antonio's starting lineup. Castle at the 2 with Vassell at the 3. Wembanyama out there with Luke Kornet. And it's Fox in at the 1 spot. And for the Jazz, we've got Bailey, Keontae George out there with Walker Kessler. And it's Hendricks in at the 4. And these teams have been prepping for this season tip-off game for months, Grant.
Oh, and for the players, the main feeling on opening night is relief. You know, all that hard work during the offseason and preseason is finally over. And now it's time to have some fun.
And here's Bailey for 3. And the three-pointer goes.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Count it. Kornet's got 5.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
19-footer. Jump shot is good that time. He's got 5.
A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
On the wing, Vassell lets it go from deep. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
He is a challenging matchup from out there. Can knock down even the toughest of shots.
Here's Bailey. He's guarded by Vassell. Here's Hendricks. Another 3 for Utah.
They immediately found their offensive rhythm, hitting 3 straight shots to start the game.
The Spurs have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. He needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous. Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
You gotta be impressed with Fox's court awareness. He has a feel for when one of his guys is uncovered.
4-3, and San Antonio hits again from deep.
Impressive. 5 straight makes. Love the play calling here.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I spoke to the Jazz head coach earlier. Coach said they need to stop Fox from dribble driving as he can dismantle a defense if he gets inside. He told me the problem with Fox is he's just so fast. You can't slow him down with just one guy. So Coach wants his help defenders alert and within range to help when needed. BA, back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. And Wembanyama gets it to go.
12 consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
That's to Bailey. Here's Sensabaugh. He's guarded by Castle. Now here's Kessler. 4 on the clock. And he's going for the oop here. It's stolen by Fox. Castle for 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Here's Sensabaugh. Here's Bailey. He's got 5. Got a hand on it.
Phenomenal defense. The long arms of Vassell helping him come up with that block.
San Antonio leading by 5. Now Fox. Kornet sets the screen. Fox the pass to Kornet. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. And now the first timeout called here for Utah.
Good idea to call timeout. It looked like the guys were getting some heavy legs out there.
He's checked in for Utah. Markkanen comes in for Bailey. Now, since we have this break, here are the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. Number 1, the Spurs.
Their defense led to offense, and no team was better at forcing miscues and capitalizing at the other end.
Long range from the inbound. Sensabaugh, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Oh, George with a steal. They're running. He launches a 3, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
I'll tell you clearly, this guy has found his rhythm. He's attacking with confidence early.
George against Fox. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
And there's Kessler on the assist by George.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Spurs lead by 4. Pass to Wembanyama. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Shakes him, and he jams it home with authority.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
I love watching Fox distribute the ball, knowing it's part of his role to involve his teammates.
Sensabaugh, it's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got his 3rd assist of the night. Sensabaugh has gone 3 of 4 here from the field. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Fox for 3, knocks it down from distance. Fox has got his 2nd basket on the night.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Sinks that one from the post.
Staying strong inside. Castle got touched up there, but it didn't throw him off.
Here's Sensabaugh. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Great job drawing the foul and almost converted the shot as well.
Utah shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he drops it first. And he can't hit the second. And so the San Antonio Spurs with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. More 2K action in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for San Antonio.
But we're in the era of the 3-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
So on the floor for San Antonio, Fox at the 1 with Kessler at the 2. Devin Vassell out there with Luke Cornett. And it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Spurs lead by 3. Lots of stretch bigs in the league, Doris. Lauri Markkanen is one of the best at spacing the
know, BA, is that sweet shooting bigs with the kind of size that Lowry has are an invaluable tool in the modern game. Lowry can balance that shooting with his off-the-bounce game. He is the prototypical desired big in the league today.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, "When someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri." Back to you guys.
That's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Here's the three. Another three for Utah.
Some shooters might overthink a wide-open shot. Not this guy.
And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face them. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Utah making a switch here. Here's Collier. He's covered by Fox. Utah moving the ball around. And here's Bailey from three. Drains the triple. Bailey's got 8 points.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
There's the steal. Pass break Utah. Picked his pocket. Here's Cornette.
That's just great work on the defensive end by Lauri Markkanen. You can see his length come into play.
Shot's good by Sensabaugh.
You know, just one more example of his offensive arsenal. So tough to stop.
Spurs trail by 3. Cornette sets a screen. Fox, the pass to Cornette.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. And the Jazz with possession here. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. Here's Sensabaugh. He's guarded by Castle. Got a piece of it. Outside Wembanyama. Wemby showing off the range. And one key for quality teams in this league, beating the opponents you're supposed to beat. What goes into that, Grant?
Well, BA, they call them trap games. An opponent that, on paper, isn't up to your level, especially when they're missing key guys. The thing is, can you find that juice to take care of business?
The Spurs have gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Fox outside. And here's Vassell from the arc. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got assist number 10 tonight with that last one.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Fox left side. Three-pointer. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And De'Aaron Fox picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. A different look for Utah. Kessler, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. And it's George in for Collier. George, he can't get it to go. Oh, some solid defense from Fox. Vassell passes to Fox from behind the arc. Fox pouring right through the D.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Utah calls timeout. And here we have the 2K leaderboard with last year's best three-point shooters. Stephon Castle is second. In the third spot, Devin Vassell.
It was fun watching both of these guys tear it up from downtown. It just seemed like any chance they got to take the deep ball, they took the shot without hesitation. I just love the confidence.
A minute 35 left in the first half. George outside. Stolen by Wembanyama. Three-pointer. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
Boy, he's putting pressure on the defense. That's 2 from downtown this period.
And Grant, offensively, Wemby has a lot of different options. Let's talk about his game.
Well, put simply, we've never seen a 7-footer with this array of skills. He's an efficient shooter from anywhere, and the length to just about ignore defenders. I mean, he's got it all.
Well, this is what we've come to expect from him, right? Excellence at the foul line.
Fox against George. Castle for 3. Drops in the 3. Castle's got 14.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Here's Bailey. He's guarded by Vassell. Nifty move. And he sinks the layup. He's got 12.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Fox with the ball. Guarded now by George. The 3 from Wembanyama. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
His third shot from downtown this quarter, 4 for the game.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. George for 3 after missing his first attempt. Now 1 for 2.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
For 3. Fox splashing it home from deep.
And now he's dropped 2 3-pointers in each quarter.
Stolen by Castle. Beyond the arc. Buries it from 3.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Stephon Castle. He's been the guy making things happen for San Antonio. He's found his range, hitting 3 triples in the quarter. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. First on the menu is looking at what games will be coming up here shortly. It'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers up against the Nuggets out in Denver. That one gets going 7:30 Eastern Time.
Yeah, but I don't think this is going to be close.
Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the Jazz.
They've got to run shooters off that line. Just hoping they miss is not working.
It's just a question every team faces, Shaq. How do you extend your defense enough to bother shooters without opening up the driving lane?
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. One of the stories here, Stephon Castle, getting it done today.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. We've got Walker Kessler, Bailey out there with Keontae George, and it's Hendricks in at the 4. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. George scanning the floor. Over Fox. George's shot is good. George has got 7 points in the game.
And he's a crafty scorer for a young player. George is always going to find the gaps in the defense.
Wembanyama against Kessler.
How about the big guy attacking the rim? The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
Spurs lead by 11. Castle left side. Three-pointer. Fox on target from range. 15 points in the game.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Oh, okay then. And he dumps it down.
Yeah, every coach wants assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Pass to Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama reaches up and throws it down.
And an excellent job distributing the ball tonight. You can really see his feel for the game.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it. Boy, with your fourth foul, you are going to have to be selective with how you guard and how physical you are.
Here's Bailey. Here's Hendricks. He buries it from three.
Brilliant second half start. 4 for 4 from the field. Can't ask for any better.
Spurs lead by 11.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Utah on D. Vassell passes to Cornette. The three is up. And De'Aaron Fox picks up the foul. That'll be foul number 5 on him.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Bailey. 16 points for him. Sinks the tray.
He's really carrying the load, but no man can do it all by himself.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, technology is key for NBA growth. Commissioner Silver said we can now see where we lose viewers, for example, stoppages for replays. One way around that is creating technology that can instantaneously make objective calls like out of bounds, and in doing so, create a better pace to the game. EA, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks for the report. A look now at the leaderboard to see which teams had the toughest defenses this past season. The Spurs, number 1.
And their gritty mentality when it came to defense was really infectious. They were the best last year at holding opposing teams to low-scoring totals.
Stolen by Wembanyama. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Oh, going up there. Vassell showing off his hops.
Jazz trail by 16. Utah moving the ball around. Pass to Bailey. There's the three. That one's true. He's now 9 of 10.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Fox on the take. Castle outside. Jacks up a three. Yet another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. George passes to Bailey. He shoots. And George gets it to go on the assist by Bailey. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
No hesitation from Keontae George. Ball touches his fingers, he gets right into his motion.
Wembanyama fires it from way outside. Utah grabs the miss.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Bailey. He's covered by Fox. Pass to Bailey. This one's a three. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
Fox against George. Fox feeling it out a bit. Castle on the wing. There's the triple. Oh, he can't miss. 8 for 8 after that shot.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
Pass to Bailey. Here's Hendricks. Cornette defending. Let's go with a three. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
Yeah, just doing his part. Staying active and converting at a high rate.
And he has really kept them in this one. The high effort level. Now the rest of the team has got to step up.
From deep, and San Antonio hits again from deep.
Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here. Really giving his team a lift.
George passes to Bailey. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Bailey's got 16 points here in the second half.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Good. Cornette's got 8 points in the quarter.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
Oh, get out the way, Greg.
Come on.
Get out the way.
And a powerful slam by Fox. Even at 6'3", he can still really get up.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Bailey. Back to George. Here's Sensabaugh. There's the screen from the arc. Another three for Utah.
Listen, he's carrying his own weight, there's no doubt. But it is very hard to win a basketball game by yourself.
Fox, the pass to Cornette. The three. Nails it from 3. Cornette's got 25 points in the game.
His three-point mechanics have been flawless. Get him a clean look from deep, and he'll bury it.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. San Antonio on top, up by 15. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. So on the floor for San Antonio. Castle at the 2 with Vassell at the 3. Luke Cornette out there with Victor Wembanyama. And it's Fox in at the 1. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Spurs?
Well, you got to give them credit for how aggressive they've been on defense. Getting the opposition to cough it up and then making them pay on the other end.
But they've also been scoring on the break with how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court. Anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time. Boy, he's been lights out. You want to talk about an efficient offensive game. Wow.
Fox with the ball. He's picked up by Filipowski. And the foul on Kyle Filipowski. That's his first foul of the game. San Antonio with the ball. Pass to Vassell. Fires from deep. And again, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
He's doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
To the inside. And Markkanen with the stuff.
Markkanen finishes that with authority. Look out below.
Spurs lead by 16. Ball stolen. On the break. Here's Collier. Hits the front of the rim and out.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
And here's Vassell from the arc. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Yeah, the three-point shot is an important part of Vassell's game and an important part of this offense.
Pass to Markkanen. Taken away. And here's Vassell. Takes the 3. Connects from downtown. Cornette's got 28 points for the game.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Collier. Markkanen from long range. Drills it from deep.
Yeah, Markkanen's vision on display there. Very good awareness.
Spurs lead by 19. It's stolen away. He got it. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul.
That's a tough walk back to the showers. Pretty sure he'd like to have a couple of those plays back.
The Jazz making a switch here. Kessler's checked in. And they tell players your career is short. Maximize your earnings. But sometimes guys take less, Grant.
And you know, different things go into that. Winning, comfort, and in some cases, you're talking legacy. You know, for those rare players who've been with one team their whole career.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Hendricks is checked in for Filipowski. Bailey comes in for Markkanen. And it's Keontae George in for Collier. The Spurs have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. Castle finds Vassell. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
His points are really adding up from the three-point line. He had 9 from distance in the first half, and he's only getting better.
For 3. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
Boy, it hasn't mattered what the defense has tried. He has had every counter. What a great night.
Timeout, Jazz. And with the cap, many teams looking for cheap young players to fill the bench. How does that affect the mid-level vets?
Again, BA, I go back to how difficult roster construction and sustaining a quality roster are. The mention of youth here is about, listen, you have to hope your draft choices work out well, and you have to hope your young players develop quickly because they are on team-friendly contracts. Well, Kessler, a team-first guy, someone who's very willing to give up the ball when he sees a chance.
Now Wembanyama picked it out of midair. Here's George. Spins. Uncovered. And he sinks the jumper.
Well, Keontae George, a crafty finisher in that mid-range.
Here's Castle. We've got 1:55 left to play in the fourth.
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
First personal foul, second team foul.
Bailey buries it from outside.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And that's a foul called on Walker Kessler. That's his first foul of the game. Wembanyama! And yes, sir! Matching three-pointers. Wow!
Wembanyama quickly with one of his own, firing right back.
George fires! Knocks down the trifecta!
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Spurs.
Well, they were focused on being productive at the Arc tonight.
And it ended up paying off big time. Just an overwhelming performance.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for De'Aaron Fox.
He was their catalyst tonight, the straw that stirs the proverbial drink.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Filipowski, he's checked in for Kessler. Peterson comes in for Hendricks. Markkanen's checked in for Bailey. And it's Collier in for Sensabaugh. For 3, George. San Antonio with a rebound. Wembanyama scanning the floor. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
44 seconds left in the final quarter. Outside Wembanyama. Jacks up a three. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Shots good by Collier. And here are the Spurs now. Pass to Vassell. From deep, Wembanyama. And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Here's Collier. He's guarded by Vassell.